Hello everyone, I am back again with the remaining part of the story. As I told you, I will explain the rest of the story today. Fearless and faithful. Okay, so far I was discussing about the fight between Rani Lakshmi Bai and Chalakari against the British. Okay, the British commander, he telegraphed to help and called for more troops, and they came rushing in, but the Rani's army did not step back. They held still. Okay, they held still, and they decided to fight against them. When the British fought, they could make when the British found that they could not make any progress, decided to gain entry. So after realizing that it is not possible to fight against Rani Lakshmi Bai and Chalakari, they took a drastic step. Okay, they decided to bribe a man called Dhulaji Thakur, who was probably working as in charge of the south gate of the fort where Rani Lakshmi Bai lived. Okay, so this is how they they actually planned a conspiracy against Rani Lakshmi Bai to kind of fight against them, because directly they could not fight against them. They were so powerful. Okay, so this is how they entered into her fort to attack her. Okay, and that also at night by stealth. Okay, what is the meaning of stealth here? The word shell by stealth is secretly. Okay, by the meaning it's by secretly. Okay, without even telling anyone, they planned a conspiracy. You can say it's a kind of conspiracy against Rani Lakshmi Bai. They entered into her fort at night secretly, and they attacked, and with the help of whom? Dhulaji Thakur. So underline this if you are listening to me. There was a man called Dhulaji Thakur who helped them to enter the south gate of the fort. So remember, this is also important, through which gate they entered? Through the south gate of the fort. The fort had many doors, probably east, west, north, south doors, and through the south doors they have entered. Okay, in return for a large sum of money, Dhulaji led them to spot where there was a break in the wall. At the dead of night, the British soldiers made their way into the fort through it. Chalakari saw them and sounded the alarm. Okay, so just for some money, just for the sake of some money, Dhulaji, he agreed to kind of help them to enter into the fort. And how did they enter? Through the break in the wall. Through a break in the wall. Okay, so underline this if you are listening to me. Please mark this line. Through a break in the wall, they have entered into their house, into their fort, and at night secretly the soldiers of the Britishers, they have entered into the house. But Chalakari was also very brave and powerful, and she was very intelligent. She saw the entire thing, and what did she do? She sounded the alarm. What is the he warned the danger? Warned of danger. She warned everyone that a danger is going to come. With loud cries, the Rani's army took up the fight and opened fire, and the attackers fell back. The fighting continued for many days, though the Indian troops were full of daring. They could not withstand the British attackers. The enemy fought their way steadily until they were outside the palace. Okay, so what happens? So the Indian troops were full of daring. Okay, full of daring means they were very brave. Okay, they were very brave, but still adventurous and bold spirited, but still they could not withstand the British attackers. Okay, so they could not withstand means here not be defeated by someone. Withstand here not be defeated by someone. Still they could not withstand the British attackers. The enemy fought their way steadily until they were outside the palace. Now the queen's advisors begged her to go out of the fort to a safe place. Okay, so now the queen's advisors begged her to go out of the fort to a safe place. Though reluctant at first, Rani Lakshmi Bai agreed in the end. Dressed in armor and carrying a dagger and two revolvers, she rode unrecognized through the enemy's line, down the hillside and out of one of the gates. Okay, so now what happened? All Rani Lakshmi Bai's advisors, the well-wishers, Rani Lakshmi Bai's well-wishers, they told Rani Lakshmi Bai to go to a safe place. Okay, and how did that happen? He went to a secret place near the hillside, out of the gates. Okay, how did she go? She went in dress, in armor, and carrying a dagger and two revolvers. With two revolvers, and he was dressed in armor and he was carrying a dagger. Okay, you know what is a dagger? A kind of small you kill someone, that is a dagger. Okay, so with the help of a dagger you can kill someone, so it's also a kind of self defensive instrument, or you can say like that, self protective weapon. Okay, so, and two revolvers she rode unrecognized through the enemy lines down the hillside and out of one of the gates. Through one of the gates he went outside to the hilly side. Okay, Chalakari went with her for part of the way. As soon as she knew that the Rani was safe, Chalakari disguised in Rani Lakshmi Bai's clothes and riding her white horse returned to the fortress. The British soldiers saw her and mistook her for Rani Lakshmi Bai, just as she had intended them to do. They surrounded her and captured her and then led her to their commander. So now what happens after? Now what Jhalakari did after keeping Rani Lakshmi Bai into a safe place, she dressed herself into the dress of Rani Lakshmi Bai, and he returned back to the fort. While returning back, what happened? The British soldiers, they noticed her because she was dressed in Rani Lakshmi Bai's clothes, and they felt that this is Rani Lakshmi Bai and not Chalakari. So they attacked Rani Lakshmi Bai, Jhalakari, and they took them, and then they attacked Jhalakari, and they took her to the commander, and they captured her and took her to the commander. The commander looked at the captive closely, but he was not sure at all that she was the queen. Bring Daluja, he ordered his soldiers. Daluja will know. But after they took her to the commander was pretty not sure. He was in a doubt that whether this was Rani Lakshmi Bai. So what did he do? He told his commanders, his soldiers, to kind of call Taluja, who was working near the gate of the fort, gatekeeper of the fort. He told to call Dulaji, so that he can actually identify whose body it is. Okay, whether it is Rani Lakshmi Bai or Chalakari, because he had some doubt over it. When Chalakari saw Dulaji, his eyes blazed with anger, and she shouted, "You traitor, you coward, you shameless betrayer of your people!" So after seeing Dulaji, Jhalakari was full of anger. Okay, she could not control herself. She shouted, what did she say? "You traitor, you coward." Somebody who is scared is known as a coward. Somebody who is very much scared of doing something right is known as a coward. "You shameless betrayer." You know what is the meaning of betrayer? Means who turns his own people over to the enemy. Okay, who turns his own people over to the enemy is called a betrayer. So the Englishman asked Tulaji, "Is this Rani Lakshmi Bai?" "It is not," answered Tulaji. "Do you think it is easy to capture the Rani?" The British commander was furious that they had been tricked. He knew that if Chalakari was allowed to go free, he would be dangerous, so she sentenced to death by hanging. So now what happened? Now after Tulaji came, he actually confirmed that it was not Rani Lakshmi Bai, but it was Chalakari. And Chalakari was also very much terrified and horrified to see the traitor who was working in the fort for Rani Lakshmi Bai, but not for him, but against Rani Lakshmi Bai. Okay, she was working for Rani Lakshmi Bai, but not in favor of her, but against her. Okay, so this is why she shouted at her, calling her traitor, betrayer, and a coward. Okay. Now after Tulaji confirmed that it was not Rani Lakshmi Bai but Chalakari, they were very much furious, and just to take a revenge they decided to hang her to death. She decided to hang her to death. "I am not afraid of dying," Chalakari answered proudly. As they led her to her death, she shouted out to the British, "Beware, you will never conquer us. We will rise again and again and fight back until we win our freedom." "Silence," they shouted, but she would not be silenced. As the rope tightened around her neck, she cried out, "Long live India, long live Lakshmi Bai, long live freedom." So she, at the last moment of her life, when she was hanged also, she was going to die, she was sentenced to death, she did not give up, she did not cry, she did not repent, she did not ask for mercy, she did not tell her to save her life, but rather she kept on shouting bravely. As we all know that Chalakari was a brave girl and she did her part to save her, to protect her country. And this is what she said: "Long live India, long live Rani Lakshmi Bai, live for freedom, long live freedom." So this is how she died, okay, just by giving her life. And she did not live, and she did not cry, and she did not give back. She fought till the end for her country, for her people, for Mother India, and for freedom. So this is what the story is about, how Chalakari fought bravely just to protect Rani Lakshmi Bai and just to protect India and to gain freedom from the Britishers. Okay, I hope you all have understood the story. We will do the question answers. Before that, if you have any doubt, please ask me. Thank you.